Alright guys, I'm back working on another Toyota, this time on the road. It's a 8F GCU30, Toyota 8F GCU30, and the problem with this truck is that it wouldn't go on forward. It wouldn't drive forward, but would drive on reverse. So, looked up the diagram for this. So the switching, coming from here, that's the switch, forward and reverse, goes all the way to the relay and end to the shift solenoid. So the forward relay, look at this, wire connects to the light green with the blue tracer, and the pink with the blue tracer is going to be for reverse. So light green with the blue tracer, that's going to be my forward. So looking at this connector right here, this will be the connector for the shift solenoid. See in the back, this is the green with the blue tracer, or the black tracer, sorry, and the other one, which will be for reverse, is the pink with the blue tracer. So it goes out of this, basing on the diagram. So my yellow is gonna be my connection for my forward. So what I'm gonna do right here, just to know that I don't have a mechanical issue with my solenoid, is I'm going to be doing a bypass test. I'm going to be putting 12 volts directly into this wire, which goes to the forward solenoid, and if it starts going forward, then I know that my solenoid is good. Okay, first things first, before I do any testing on this truck, or for any truck that has a drive issue, you want to lift the drive tires off the ground. So what I did is just put blocks on under the mast and just tilted it forward, so it would actually lift the drive tires off the ground. Alright, so now that is done, setup right here is my test light is connected to battery positive under the hood. So test it out on a good ground. Test light is lit, got good power, and right here, that's gonna be my forward, and I had a T-pin inserted into it. You gotta make sure that it's going on straight and it's not hitting the other side. So what we're gonna do right now, because this truck actually has a C switch and it wouldn't operate unless you sit on it. So let's start it up. So try to go forward. See what happens. Now going forward. Engine's revving. I have my parking brake on. Engine revs, wheels doesn't turn. Okay, let's try this. So I touch my test light. I'm going to touch my test light right there on my T-pin and see what happens to the drive tire. Okay, so that confirms that my solenoid, at least my solenoid is good. I don't have a problem with the solenoid or any connections within it, or no mechanical issues whatsoever. So, going back to the diagram, possibilities are the relay, switch right here, or any wiring in between. I'm not going to be concerned about this fuse. I'm sure this is good, because this fuse supplies both the forward and reverse switch, and like I said, this truck is going in reverse. We're going in reverse, not just on forward, so I'm not even worried about that fuse. Okay, so I'm going to open up the panel and let's see where the relay is. Alright, so I've managed to take the switch assembly out. What I'm going to test first is the reverse switch, which is right here, the blue with the white tracer, right? So this is already like in reverse right now. So what I'm expecting to see is when I put the ignition key switch to on, my setup for my test light is I have my test light connected to negative, or to a good ground. Test it out on positive, lights up, so that's a good connection. So if I switch the ignition key to on, I know this is already in reverse, my test light should be lit. Let's try it right now. Ignition key on, test light, touch it, and there it is. So now we're going to test it forward. Okay, now I've transferred my T-pin on the forward connection, which is the blue with the red tracer. I already put it in forward, so all we have to do, same setup with the test light. Good ground. Test it again just to make sure it's lit. Ignition key to on. So I should see this light up, my test light light up if my switch is good. And nothing. Sure, that's in forward. Nothing. Oh. Seems I need a switch assembly. Okay, so one last test that I want to do on this is to make sure that my wiring is good from my switch assembly all the way to the relay and all the way to the solenoid. Now, one thing that I can do with it is do a bypass test again, this time on the wire coming from the switch assembly. So same hookup right from before. My test light is connected to battery positive inside there. As you can see, good ground, lights up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start this up. I'm going to start this up and touch my test light into my piercing probe. And what I want to see is my wheels going forward. And that's it. If it turns forward, then I'm pretty sure that all my wiring, everything from this point here up to the solenoid, it's all good. Okay, let's try it right now. Start it up. Okay. Touch my probe. Lights up. See the wheel. There you go. And for sure, we need a switch assembly for this truck.